Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Welcome back, everybody. It's something I'm sure you've heard this medical challenge before, the term. Maybe you're not 100% sure what it is, or maybe you are personally challenged by it, or maybe somebody that's close to you. Fibromyalgia. We're going to talk about that today. And interestingly, how acupuncture can support that, make you feel better. She's somebody that practices as our professional of the year, acupuncture, Chinese medicine, herbals, and so much more. She is out of New York City. Dr. Kelly joins us once again on the program. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Steve. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. It's good to have you back here. I know it's we're both in New York. It's a cold day in the city, that's for sure, right? And I've often heard too, cold can even affect people with fibromyalgia. Can you explain it? What exactly is it?
Yes, fibromyalgia, basically people feel the pain. It's kind of like all over their body. It's not fixed in one location. It's like can be on the back, can be on the hip, can be on their leg, can be even on their heel. It's pretty annoying, just the pain itself. On top of the pain, they may also have like insomnia. They either couldn't fall asleep or they couldn't stay in sleep. Means they easily wake up. So they couldn't really have a good sleep, so they don't feel relaxed next day. And also, like in the morning or at night, the pain usually worse. Some people also have constipation. Some people even have very easily like angry issue, kind of like emotional, crying easily, or easily like, get angry. So it's kind of like autoimmune disease is pretty hard to treat, and it's bother people's daily life.
Wow. Yeah, the sleep thing. I've heard that too, which you need sleep, quality sleep. So you're dealing with the symptoms of fibromyalgia, but then if you haven't slept, that's going to even exasperate the moodiness, the challenges, and everything that comes along with it. Is there any single cause for this this chronic condition?
Is there a single cause? I don't think it is a single cause. Even in Western medicine, I think in Western medicine, if there is no like reason or cause they can find out, they usually say, oh, it's autoimmune. In Chinese medicine, again, we have the branch, we have the root. So for fibromyalgia, usually the root is like kidney deficiency, spleen deficiency. That's why usually these kind of people they have pain, and also they kind of like very easily have like constipation or muscle pain. Let's root back to the spleen control the muscle, the kidney control the bone. So in that way, it's not really just a kidney deficiency or spleen deficiency. They may have multiple cause.
I've often heard too that things like genetics or even stress, illness, there's many different things that can trigger it. Does it come and go?
Well, for these people, I don't think it's come and go. It's kind of like constant, but not always like very sharp pain. Sometimes it can be just soreness, or sometimes it's just dull pain. But that's still annoying because you don't feel comfortable when you even have dull pain or soreness. And also, like you said, usually their mood is not very good. Like especially for women, especially like before menstrual cycle or before kind of like they get into a certain age, kind of get into pre-menopause, usually it worsens. That's kind of make sense in Chinese medicine because if people have kidney deficiency, especially, kidney yin or kidney yang, when people get to premenopause, it will worse because our kidney is declining. Everybody kidney kind of declining after certain age, but when women get to like late 40s, our kidney declining even like more rapidly. So
Mm.
in that way, their symptom could be worse, more severe than when they are like 18 something.
I've heard that this is something that affects the nervous system, not the muscles, not the joints. So even though test results may come back normal, it doesn't mean that you're not dealing with this condition. So to me, the non-trained professional, it seems like it's even more of a challenge because you can't. There's no cure for it. You can't treat essentially the root cause. Um, and it comes and goes. I've heard too. Like you have good days, you have bad days. Um, when it comes to acupuncture, what's going on there? How can you help people? I guess minimize the symptoms.
Yes, that's true. We can minimum the symptoms I have a patient yesterday. So the patient got treated. She reported the pain relieved right away. Um, so like investment medicine, like you said, you go to MRI, you go to like X-ray or something. Actually, I had a patient. He he had like a pain from the shoulder to the back down to his arm and fingers. It's so painful. He went to ER. They did MRI, they did EKG, but they couldn't find anything. Then they said, well, nothing we can figure out. So here is some painkiller. But he said the painkiller didn't help him. So he came to my office. I treated him. The first time he said the pain relieved like 80%. Second time he came in, the pain totally gone. So he's very happy. Um, so back to your question, like even like MRI or X-ray or whatever EKG, all the test, couldn't find anything wrong. But in Chinese medicine, that doesn't mean you don't have blockage, right? When you have blockage, we say when there is no free flow, then people will have pain. Of course, that's not only reason. When there is no nourishment, people can also have pain. So, for example, when the free flow of qi basically means people have blockage. So when we do acupuncture, back to your question, what do? We unblock the stagnation, the blood stasis. Their pain will be gone. When there is no nourishment, which means the qi and blood deficiency, we basically nourish the blood, we tonify people. Then when the blood, nourish the muscle, the pain will be also less.
I want to pivot for a moment and ask this question. You've mentioned the importance of the spleen in our bodies and how very often in Chinese medicine, a lot of the challenges we have get traced back to the spleen and qi and blood. What would you say if somebody, it was recommended that they have their spleen removed? The reason I'm asking this, I don't have all the details, but I know somebody where it was suggested that their spleen be removed. They did some research and they told the doctor, no, that's not what I want to do. And it actually turned out for the better. What are your thoughts on that?
For my thought, I don't recommend anybody do any surgery if they don't have to. And of course, don't remove any of your organs, even including the appendix, unless it's really, really bad, you have to. Because all our organ exists for a reason. If you remove one organ, which means that function is missing. Spleen is so important in our body, like in Chinese medicine, it's control a lot of things. One of the one of the most important thing is to transform the food we're taking into the qi and blood our body can use. If you remove the spleen, who gonna do the job?
Mm.
That's horrible, horrible. So I wouldn't recommend anybody to remove their organs if they don't have to.
Right. There has to be a very important reason. Like there are some people where their appendix is bursting or, where it's toxic or life-threatening. That's totally different. And of course, disclaimer, consult with your doctor. We're not giving medical advice. We're just discussing different challenges that people have. What else can you tell us, Dr. Kelly, about fibromyalgia?
So they also have cold intolerance. So basically, if, for example, today is so cold, if they go out, their pain gonna be worse. So try to keep warm. That's one of the recommendation. Try to, keep warm. And again, drink and eat warm food. That's another recommendation. And also, mood management. Try to don't have too much stress. Stress will block the qi, will make people have stagnation, stasis, then will also make the pain worse. Actually, one of the branch of the cause of fibromyalgia also stress. Stress basically, when people have it, they will have qi stagnation. That will also cause the pain.
Mm. Well, one of the causes or the reason that fibromyalgia can flare up is stress. That's certainly one of them. Would you say that in your experience, stress, we know it's not good. We've often heard stress can kill. But in your experience, is stress a major factor in a lot of the challenges, the medical challenges that we deal with?
Yes, actually, like I have all kind of age patients, right? Like young, like teenager to like 80 something. Through all my patients, I found out a lot of people they have stress. Like I have this lovely, lovely patient. I really like her, and she like me too. So we talk about. She always say, "Dr. Kelly, I feel anxious. I feel stressed, but there's nothing I'm stressful about. There's nothing I'm anxious about, but I do feel it." And this patient actually is very lovely. When you talk to her, you feel, she's a lovely lady. But yeah, she has stagnation, like you said. Stress is one of the major factor actually affect us about our pain, about our mood, about our sleep. Actually, a lot of people. I have a teenager came in and said she has insomnia. I said for how long? She said many years. I'm surprised. I'm like, you are so young. How come
Mm.
you have trouble to fall asleep? Then I asked her. Then I found out. A lot of parents, we can like in general have a high expectation to our kids. We want them to have good grade. We want them to go to good college. We want them, go to good school.
Yeah.
And somehow, maybe we don't know, but let's kind of put pressure on the kids, to be
Sure.
honest. So this kid maybe don't realize, but she's very good. She's going to like very good Ivy League college, very good grade. But I think the expectation from parents somehow put pressure on the kids. I think that's one of the reasons she had trouble to fall asleep at such a young age.
It's a lot of stress, expectations, finances involved in all of that. So it's reasonable to think that's, a student like that could be stressed out. Let's return, and it's been a long time since we talked about sleep. I am hearing more and more people I know having issues with sleep. I can name 5 people right now that even in the last 2 days had conversations with them and they had challenges with sleep. How can acupuncture support better sleep?
So how acupuncture support better sleep? One is acupuncture can calm the nerve. That's in the Western medicine words kind of. So there is a research study published by Harvard University. They did some research, found out when the acupuncture needle put in certain points, the nerve got calmed down.
Hmm.
That's one of the reason why acupuncture can help better sleep. Actually, most of my patients reported after acupuncture the night they have better sleep than before. So that's really evidence acupuncture do help people about sleep.
Hmm.
Um,
I'm sorry, continue. I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah, so one, we can calm down the nerve from acupuncture. Two, we can release the stress because sometimes when you have something going on in your head, you can't like worry about it. You just couldn't fall asleep. But when we release the stress for you, you can like, okay, there's nothing worry. I can fall asleep. So that's the second reason why acupuncture can make you have a better sleep. Third reason, people can have deficiency, for example, blood deficiency. But when we doing acupuncture, we do can tonify the blood. When you have enough blood, usually well, it's a Chinese medicine words. We say that the shen kind of like got anchored. So you have better sleep. So there are a lot of ways why acupuncture will help you sleep. That's one of the three reasons.
Now, everybody is different. We all have different stressors, triggers, things going on. Let's say somebody is looking at acupuncture for sleep challenges. They come to see you on a Monday. And how long do you think the treatment would last to improve their sleep? Would it be all right? They come to you the following Monday and they sleep pretty well after a session with you. How would that work?
So usually the day, um, like when I do acupuncture, usually that night, they do have good sleep, a better sleep. How long it lasts, that really depends. Like the lady I mentioned, she is like 77. She said that the sleep getting better. But like you said, how long it gonna last forever? You get one treatment, your sleep gonna go to perfect. Maybe not because every day we have like more new stress. Every day we may have like other things bother
Yes.
our lives. Then we need to release that again. So I think once a week in general, you should have a better sleep in general.
Yeah. There's so many different things. It's call it a moving target because life is ever changing. Different things come up that can stress you out. Back to fibromyalgia. Is this an autoimmune disease?
Well, let's invest in medicine term. In Chinese medicine, we don't have the same term as Western medicine. We just say, oh, the root, kidney deficiency, spleen deficiency. That's the root. The branch can be of phlegm accumulation. That's why the patient usually feel heavy. Like sometimes they feel headache even. Sometimes they feel distension, like their stomach is bloated. So this is let's say in Chinese medicine terms, we say, the root is kidney, spleen deficiency or qin blood deficiency. But, we treat with acupuncture. We can also have herbs, but in general, they feel better.
I was just going to ask you that. In terms of herbal medicine, what can somebody do there? And would they do it in conjunction with acupuncture?
Yeah, so we have herbs. For example, we have herbs to disperse the phlegm. We have herbs to tonify the kidney, tonify the spleen. We have the herbs can also work on the constipation. We have herbs to release their stress. So in that way, when they take the formula, their definitely will be, dispersed, so they don't feel the swelling. And their qi will be more smooth. That's why they don't feel the like easily getting angry. And So the kidney getting stronger, spleen getting stronger, so they have a better appetite. When you have a better appetite, your spleen is stronger, then you have more qi blood in your body. So the pain will be less, and in general, you will feel happier.
Would it also help you? I've often heard that one of the main challenges with fibromyalgia is fatigue and just feeling tired and brain fog and things like that. Would acupuncture help with that?
Yes, actually, you're right. They do feel tired, brain fog, because one, they don't have good sleep.
Mm.
Two, the dampness will make them feel tired. Because think about the dampness, it's like heavy. Just make your whole body feel heavy. So you feel tired. You don't have energy to running around. Like if they do, very easily they will feel tired and like pain again because the dampness accumulation in their muscles and also the muscle is weak. It's not very strong. So they are more easily feel like fatigue, tired.
Uh, in general terms, here it is winter, cold in many parts of the country. In in the eyes of Chinese medicine, we could feel tired, lethargic, out of it just because of the cold and not even realize it. Do you think that's even possible?
Um, that depends actually. To some people, like for example, they already have the cold intolerance because the kidney deficiency. Yes, the cold weather will make them feel like even worse. But
Mhm.
if a person is very strong, very balanced, we call it, like kidney is okay, they are not afraid of the cold. Like in general, for example, my daughter, she's a healthy kid. When there's snow, she just run out to play with it. She is not afraid of the cold. But if a kid is a little bit weaker, she may like, oh my God, it's so cold. I don't want to go outside. Like so let's back to your question, that really depends. Like who you are, what's the constitution you have, how strong your kidney is, how strong your qi and blood is. If you're weak, yeah, a little bit cold gonna make everything worse. You don't even want to get out of the door.
Mm. Um, Final question on that. Would you say if somebody is feeling more beat up, we'll call it that, from the cold, more like somebody might say, I don't know what it is. Like this year, I'm just like the cold is getting to me, and I just feel tired. And could it be that their system is a little more compromised, and they're not even aware of it, and that's why the cold is beating up on them even more than maybe it was the year before?
It can be. And some people already have some internal cold. And some people, like even for a guy, we say like 28 is their peak. But to a guy after 28, after 30 something, it's kind of like their peak is declining. They are not so strong anymore. A 35 years old could feel cold, but when he was 28, he may like, oh no, this is like nothing. I can go out with shorts. But when they turn to 35, they're like, no, 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 it's too cold.
Oh, and so many kids go out in shorts this time of the year. I don't know how they pull that off. You're in New York. Obviously, you got to be present in New York if you want acupuncture treatment, but certainly Chinese medicine, counseling, and herbals and all of that. We can find you. Your website is kelly121acupuncture.com, right?
Yes, yes.
Truly appreciate all the insight, all the information today, Dr. Kelly. This is something that so many people are dealing with, and there's many that they don't know where to turn and might not even consider acupuncture. So I really appreciate you bringing that to our attention today.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you. We'll talk soon. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Let's go inside the mind of a 10-year-old.
I should have worn those earrings today. I like those earrings. Gabby has those awesome earrings. I need to ask her where she got those, but that's just what she would want me to do. I'll have Michaela ask her for me.
Buckle up, Sarah.
Yeah, but then Michaela will be like, why don't you just ask her yourself? That's just like Michaela.
Sarah, buckle up.
Michaela's such a great name. I wish I was called Michaela. There's like a dozen Sarahs in my class.
Hey, we're not hitting the road until you buckle up, honey.
Oh yeah, seatbelt. I forget sometimes because my brain is like busy, you know? I wonder if there's pizza at school today.
Sometimes it can be tough to get through to your kids, but it's not impossible. Always make sure they're wearing their seatbelts, even on short drives. Remember, you have the keys, you have the power. Never give up until they buckle up. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council. Visit safercar.gov/kidsbuckleup for more information.